Hey, Father. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing well. So, what story are we doing this week? Wait, what? What? New Year? Okay, yeah, great. For sure, yeah, we're ready. Okay, call back later. Clara, get the champagne. God wants us to celebrate. Woo! You guys, welcome to another episode of Bible Stories with me, Brianda, and La-Clara NYC. Yay! Happy New Year's, everyone.
Happy New Year.
We are celebrating as instructed by the Lord. Mm-hmm. We have a jam-packed episode of some of our favorite moments of Bible Stories with Brianda in 2021. Mm-hmm. We can't wait to dissect it. I see what other creators do with their best of episodes of the year, and I think our rundown takes the cake. I think we're gold. Is that too much to admit?
No, honey. It is what it is.
Because Clara, come on. The proof
is in the pudding!
Thank you, babes! Happy New Year, everybody! Alrighty, guys. So this is what we have in store. Let me give you guys a little rundown of how today's events are going to go. We are going to give you guys some of our top moments with Clara, our combos with Clara, if you will. That'll be our first chunk of the best of episode, followed by our Patreon picks.
Yes.
You know, last month we asked some of our Bible babes to give us their favorite moments of the year, and they're going to be highlighted on this episode.
Yep.
And then the last thing that we're going to dive into are some of our most viral clips of 2021, the most viewed YouTube video of 2021, and the most viral on IG were also used too. But first, of course, we have to say our favorite moments of Bible stories. Clara, do you want to say yours first, or you want me to go?
Whatever you prefer. I think the patrons know them because I think we shared with them.
Oh, yeah. The patrons already know what our favorite moments are. I'll start and then you can follow.
Go.
So my favorite moment of Bible stories, I mean, I had so many, but the one that just lingers in my soul and makes me randomly laugh to myself at Starbucks. They're two little moments and they happen with Wheezy. And they are hilarious. Wait, let's dive into those right now. Episode 6, Sodom and Gomorrah. We're doing Sodom and Gomorrah, my claim to fame.
She looks like a Gahora. Look at the gold dress, honey.
Episode 1, Adam and Eve. Despite me feeling these things and these urges, right? Because the urges is the temptation. How am I going to not succumb to them?
I don't know, because I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm naked with somebody, I'm succumbing, and so is he.
Those were hilarious. I mean, I'm not surprised, Wheezy and you are laughing. There's a cocktail for laughter. Not going to lie.
We funny. We are pretty funny. I'm not going to lie.
You too. Like I said not long ago, I think it was last week on Instagram, I dare anyone that watches the two of you together not to laugh because it's impossible. Okay? So yes, she got the funny moment.
Wait, what are your favorite moments, Clara?
My favorite moment is, it was hard. I had to pick between a few, but you have to narrow it down. But the one that wins for me is when Alex asked you if you were psychotic because you could hear the Holy Spirit. But I really liked it because it has of course, como no puede ser, it can't be any other way, some funny moments, but you managed to flip it and turn it into a super deep explanation. Let's have a look at it. Episode 17, Battle of Jericho.
Anytime you're in a place of discouragement or deep anguish, sadness, it's going to sound really messed up to say now, but that's the breeding ground for a calling. You utilize that, whatever you want to call it, but meditate on that. And who knows, you may feel a calling for yourself.
So I hesitate sometimes of chiming in because I'm afraid to offend. I have a skeptic mind where, like, for example, you just said on the train, you actually heard something. And like me, I'm like, all right, there are psychotic people that also hear voices. So what's the difference of you being psychotic or you hearing from the Lord?
That's a good one. I don't think that's offensive at all.
I don't think that's offensive.
You know, it could
I urge you to
saying like maybe you're just psychotic.
No, I don't. And here's the thing. I don't. So if you were to pose that question, I know I'm not psychotic.
See, like, how do we know if we're psychotic?
That was a joke. Yeah. So I've actually mentioned this in previous episodes when I see, homeless people. We live in New York City, and homelessness is at an all-time high, and in LA too, and in the Bay. And sometimes more oftentimes than not, I see them having conversations with themselves. Mm-hmm. And I think, oh my gosh, what if
maybe they're
having a full-on blown conversation with God? What if they know things that we don't? Now, the reason that prevents me from thinking it's an agitated psychosis is because of the deep sensation of like something's connecting here. If anything, I feel the most sane and fulfilled, and I feel so safe and sane mostly when I am experiencing God's presence, whether it be auditory, which, like I said, doesn't happen often, but when it does, I clock it and I just journal about it. I write about it. I try and record it. I feel way too at home to feel like I'm at the brink of losing my sanity. That's my experience. And also for those that do have an agitated psychosis and they are speaking, they may be speaking to God. Yeah, you're right. And sometimes I think that our intellectual minds, these developed 3-pound masses of fat that we have in our brain, sometimes that can cause us a disservice and a disconnect to God, if we're being honest. As we discussed in Deuteronomy, when Moses says that the thinking mind is sometimes the thing that causes us the most division from God.
And now, let's dive into our favorite convos with La-Clara.
My little Spanish croquette.
Episode 16, Deuteronomy.
Moses tells the Israelites that they can remember God is by creating families with other believers. God didn't want the Israelites to procreate with the fallen people in Canaan. With the Nephilim, he said, no, don't do that. Procreate, proliferate with your kind. Mm-hmm. And also, hi Tangi, this reminded me of how, like, those arranged marriages that like are common in Indian cultures and whatever. How like maybe you can look it up, Alex, I don't know, but they're like wildly successful. The divorce rate for arranged marriages is super low. What's your thoughts?
So it's just divorce isn't popular amongst their culture. So that's why it's
and
super
also
low.
They expect different from the marriage than what we expect.
Yeah.
What do they expect?
Like the role is very defined on what a husband has to do and a wife has to do, and it's like you just perform those roles. You don't expect the support, or you don't expect these or the cheating, or like this is something that is not on the table, because you both know what you're supposed to do. We both like fulfilling
and not to generalize all of those relationships, but it's like, as Clara was saying, it's like, it's not, we focus on happiness, and they're like, hey, no, let's have a successful family.
Yes.
So,
is that so wrong, is what I'm saying.
I mean,
it's not wrong,
is that
but it's
so
just
wrong?
like, it's not that
I think I'm just traditional.
they work. No, but it's not that the arranged marriage work because, hey, it's not that bad. It's just that it's such a different approach to marriage than what we're looking for on a relationship or a marriage. So you're trying to look for your soulmate, someone that, like gives you, like, you can make happy and he makes you happy, and you both have like this super happy life. They don't focus on that. There's like, what do we need to do to have a lot of kids and like them being successful in life, and you have this role and I have this role, and that's it. So there's less room for disappointment.
Okay, wait, am I Indian? Because I love that. I'm sorry. I don't believe in soulmates. I don't even care about that. My guy doesn't even have to love me.
No way.
No, there will be love. I'm not saying that. But I just think that this idea of soulmates, because it's what we see in TV, it's what we grew up with seeing, we're romanticizing relationships. That's not, and the Bible shows us that that's not what it is. It's like love is such a small part to developing a family. It's like, no, you're married to the commitment. You are committed to this. If you sign on, if you marry me, we're committed to this. We're not getting a divorce, buddy. But also, like, I don't know. I guess, am I losing my mind? I guess it's because I'm of faith. Like, I have so much faith in what my ancient source text requires of me, that I have faith that it will work out. Like, we're not getting a divorce. Hey, question. Would you guys get a prenup? Like, would you get a prenup?
Yes, 100%.
You would?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that was neck
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's okay. Listen, for me, hi Tangie. For me, prenups. Okay, wait, Al, would you get a prenup?
I would.
Really?
Yeah, I would. Like, why not?
Because
I'm curious,
we're already predicting the end. That is assuming that's assuming that we're gonna be divorced.
No, you don't need to use it if you don't divorce.
Exactly.
But if things go wrong, you're prepared. Because if things go wrong, it means that, if things go wrong, like, then things can get nasty. So
nothing's gonna go wrong.
If they're not gonna go, so if they're not gonna go wrong, then what do you care? You just don't use it ever, and that's it. So, but if they do go wrong, well, you call it.
As you say, we're all sinners.
A little fast.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You gotta be prepared if somebody fucks up.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, if my husband comes to me like, okay, we're gonna have to talk about the prenup, I'd be like, what prenup? What prenup? There's no prenup. There will be no prenup. We're gonna be together forever.
But then you don't have to worry about the prenup. If you're gonna be forever with him, what do you care about the prenup?
Exactly.
You're never gonna use it, and that's it.
Boom.
Wow.
Yep.
Is it because
So if you truly want to be with him forever, then you shouldn't be scared of the prenup, because you're never going to use a prenup.
No, but for me, it leaves the window. It's too. I don't want that avenue open. I don't even want that.
It's not an avenue open. It's just like you're covered in case things go wrong.
Why am I encasing this? Why am I in case? I literally
because shit happens.
I just said, we're all sinners.
Yeah, shit happens.
And if we're all sinners, we're gonna handle it in house, okay? Like,
nah, there's different type of sinners.
Yeah, there's different types of sin. No.
Cosby level sinners, and you're not handling that in house.
He said Cosby level sin.
That's what I'm saying.
Could you imagine marrying? Oh wait, hold on. You guys bring up something. Okay, my heart out would definitely have to be Cosby. Cosby, any kind of like Jeffrey Epstein-ish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That.
Okay. All right, you guys may have got me sold. I think maybe I'll get a prenup. Oh my God. Wow, I didn't even think about that. But for me, I always thought like it assumed that we're going to get a divorce, and I will not get married. Like, I would rather not get married. I will never get a divorce. No, it's not happening.
Episode 24, Saul versus David.
Bet you I didn't. We should have a segment that's like listener questions, where we read your questions out loud, but do not answer it. But answer something completely different.
You did answer, though. You did say that you don't really believe in it. So
yeah, I don't believe in soulmates. I don't. Anyone could be my soulmate. Just be over 6 feet and make over 6 figures. Please, I hope. But it's fine. I'm going to make over 6 figures.
No.
What do you want me to do?
No.
Okay, if they're short, they definitely have to make over 6 figures. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to lie? Clara, no, what? You want me to lie?
I want you to change the way you think. You can't be thinking like that.
You want me to change me?
You can be thinking like that.
I already said I would date someone ugly.
But if he makes over 6 figures...
Can I... Okay, wait, hold on. But what did I say? I like protection. I like security. How are you going to provide me protection and security if we're living in New York and you're not making at least 6 figures? But here's the thing.
Okay,
Yo soy un culo cagao que ni hago eso yo misma. So I just, if you guys that aren't Spanish speakers, I said, I'm like a POS. I'm not even making that. But I require that of myself. So like,
okay, fair enough.
I would need to be up there with you. That's not like something that I want you to take care of me. No, I'd be down with taking care of us.
You saved it now.
Yeah, I'd be down with the stay-at-home dad.
There's too many girls that think like that. I don't know if it's an American thing or what, but I hate this mentality where like, oh, let me just be a princess, not do anything, and you have to make that much money, you have to spend that much money, you have to like, where is the appreciation for the person itself? Like, I wasn't even raised like mentality.
That. My mom was the breadwinner in my family. My mom was dropping cards. When we were little and your parents had to sign like your permission slips as parents, I would literally go to my dad and be like, Daddy, where's mom so she can sign my permission slip? My dad would be like, baby, I can sign it. And I'd be like, no, mom should do it. Like my mom was the one. So like, I don't even compute that. Okay. I'm down with a woman being a super omega alpha.
I know you are. You're always about like the independent woman, and you're all about that. That's why I'm like,
not lying. Why I want, and I don't want to budge on that. For example, if I meet a guy who's not making that yet, but I believe that he will.
I feel, I got
I'll
you
hang
there.
by. I'm going to stick beside him. Yeah. That's my man, and I'm going to stick beside him. TikTok. Anywho, so... Yo, slip in my DMs. There was this guy from the UK that was like literally the first guy. Wow. Hi, Tangi. We're getting to the story, I promise. He slipped in my DMs. He was the first guy to ever slip in my DMs and ask, like, he was like, if you want a boyfriend in the UK, I'm here. I didn't entertain it, but I thought it was cool. I'm probably going to be single forever.
No.
We should do a show, a dating show, The Bachelorette for me. Put it on the Patreon.
Let's do it.
Oh my God.
I'm all in for this.
Well, I've already talked to Wheezy and Alex about it. We've actually talked about this on a previous episode of Bible Stories, and people were into it. Like to have...
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh. To have like Bible Stories listeners or people you know. So listen, sisters and brothers in Christ, if you got a cousin who know a friend who goes to church, who's like, cute, okay, gotta be cute. Or just like great heart.
I would love that.
Have them apply for the application. It would be like a 1-minute introduction video. Do you like that idea, Yomi?
Oh my God, I love that idea.
Alex already knows about it. And then we have you, me, Alex, or Wheezy, like, or maybe they're so busy, we could just be us two, or you, if you, me, if you want to be involved. We have them send it to a certain email, BibleStories@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. They send their submissions. We feather through them, or you guys feather through. I shouldn't even be involved.
You shouldn't even see them until the day.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love this.
Episode 27. King David's downfall.
Give us a brief synopsis.
The most great scenario that you can think of is...
You had a corporate job.
I had a corporate job. And whenever I saw things like what you mentioned about Andrew or whatever, like other people that you see, you know, like doing well and just like growing so fast. And instead of being inspiring, like you just mentioned now, and that's how I feel now, it was something like... It's another reality, like somewhere that either is not meant for me or that there's no point even thinking about it because it's not going to happen for you. Do you know what I mean? And it's interesting that, you know, you can see it from a different perspective when you're at a better place also. Like you have to be prepared also to feel inspired by those things. That makes sense.
I'm surrounded by people that are so business savvy and successful and came from other disciplines and became successful in entertainment, quasi-entertainment, whatever you want to call the internet, right? I don't know a reality where I didn't want to tell stories. I literally don't. So, but it's very, it's, I need the other... You grab that mic, girl. Like, I need that other, like, perspective to kind of ground me, though, because a lot of people, like the people that I'm speaking to, they work real jobs. Real estate. Some people work in sales. Some people work in tech. Some people work in engineering. Some people are investors. Some people are whatever have you, work at a supermarket. Like, I'm speaking to people who they have other goals and stuff. So when I hear like you and Wheezy, I know Wheezy works in entertainment now, but Wheezy has a very logical, like a very pragmatic, I don't want to say normal person because obviously she's not, but like normally brain
Average,
sort of. Whereas like psycho weirdos like me, like it's, when I see those people, I'm like, oh my God, give me the answer. Give me the antidote.
No,
Because I've only always ever wanted to do it, to be on stage.
But I think that's what's so cool about you. Like, you only wanted to do that, and that's what you did. Like, do you know how many other people always wanted to be an actress and are working at a 9 to 5?
Well, listen, Clara, I'm going to cut you off, but let's also say that I'm also ridiculously delusional. And I, you don't like it when I say this, but I'm telling you, I'm so unsuccessful. It's embarrassing. Like, when you talk to people and they ask you, oh, Brie, like the first couple of years is fine. People know that you're pursuing something that's hard to get, high risk, low reward. So they offer you a little bit more grace. When you're 10 years in and you're at the same spot, there's no grace. Like, at one point I'm 27 and people are like, you still doing that, Brie? Come back home. What's going on?
That's what I was at on my corporate job.
Oh, yeah?
For 10 years. Same shit, no progress. And on top of that, I'm doing something that I don't like. So at least you're doing something that you like.
Oh, I'm with that. Ooh, that hits. I'd die. I would die. I don't want to be dramatic, and I should probably stop because I do have suicidal ideation, so let me stop. But like, I can't imagine a reality where I wasn't doing something that was fun for me. It's like and I've tried the regular life. You know what I've said to my mom sometimes? Mom, I'm getting a real job. And she's like, oh my God, thank God. Thank God. And then like a month later, I'm like, Mom, I couldn't do it. I quit. And I left that office and I said bye. And then I'm going back to the bar. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've replayed that same thing. But at the end, you know what's so funny about that though? The people around me, when I tell them that I'm going to go back to auditioning, back to performing, they always go, of course you are. But they don't say it like a negative way. They almost say like, good. I'm happy that the people around me, like, they think I'm crazy and they get it and they know they're tired of me being poor, but they believe that there's nothing else that I would be right for.
Do you know the saying, la cabra tira al monte?
Sorry, Española, we've never heard of it. But dilo otra vez.
La cabra tira al monte. I don't know how to.
La cabra tira al monte.
Yeah, like the goat always goes to the mountains, I guess. Or to the hills. Because that's where, like, she's drawn to or belongs to.
Oh, I'm into it. I'm into it, man. And I hope that anyone who's listening to this kind of like, I don't know, gets fired up by it, Like, you're not alone. By the way, the people that are successful, they're struggling. And they're struggling hard. Okay? It's a struggle. We're all figuring it out. Mm-hmm. So we might as well just have fun or try.
100%.
I know it's hard.
And keep trying. It's important to keep trying. Because I had how do you say tirar la toalla?
You were going to throw the towel.
Throw the towel. So like, okay. So I was like so ready to throw the towel so many times. I don't know, it sounds like super like cliche. Like, okay, you're doing this fucking amazing show here at WTFmedia. Great. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my God. I used to. No, but honestly, I was 3 months ago. I'm not talking about last year. 3 months ago, I was hating it and like ready to like, I just, whatever. I'm gonna resign myself and just accept whatever, because
that's no way to live.
But yeah, don't. So any chance you have, I remember the first time I had the chance to sit on your show, I was shitting myself. I was like, hell no, I don't want to mic.
With Alex, yeah.
But then I was like, if I say no to this, I'm not having any other opportunities. So I'll just have to sit down there and figure it out.
And you're figuring it out so well. And that's what you have to do. It's also another thing that I've noticed that great people do is they do the things that scare them. And if anything, what I've noticed from the hours of interviews that I've listened to by all the greats that I find great, Howard Stern, Anthony Bourdain, Dave Chappelle, freaking Salma Hayek, all these different interviews, when they ask them how they stay motivated, how they pick their next project. Because listen, we got to think about us making it, right? That's how you should be thinking. And then once we make it, where do we go? That's the next thing, right? So I like hearing successful people talk about their process. And I'm telling you, it is a common thread that they all say, if something kind of scares me, if something kind of feels like, oh, I don't want to release it, oh, I don't want to do it, I don't want to go out for it, oh, but God, I kind of do, oh, I don't want to. Bingo, that's when you know that's the direction you need to be going in. And as God is my witness, that's a message. I just got the chills saying that. So like, chances are, if it feels scary in a good way, you're on the right track. So keep going there, keep refining. By the way, como dije anteriormente, like, yo soy un culo cagao que I'm here still. Like, un culo cagao for those who don't speak Spanish. Like, I am in the trenches with y'all, okay? And I'm telling you, I'm seeing it, and I'm kind of close, and I want to give as much information that I have as possible. Because you best believe when I'm around successful people, I don't shut up. I'm like the person that, well, no, actually, to be honest with you, I do shut up and I watch. I do shut up and I watch, and when I do have an opportunity to speak, I keep the words that I say at a minimum, but I make sure that they're sharp, and I try and ask the right questions. Not any old question. I don't want to try and be a brown noser. The sharp, like I want to, and anything I can get from them, I want to tell you guys. Like, you guys, here's the tea, guys. Successful people are depressed, but they're resourceful.
Episode 37, King Ahab's Death.
No need.
Preventative baby Botox is what they call them. First of all, another reason why women in their 30s are just like grown ass women should be the ones encouraged to do it is because A, they can afford it. Like in my early 20s, I couldn't afford getting Botox. I could barely afford my energy bill, my rent, let alone getting my face paralyzed.
Most importantly, I think when you're in your 20s, you should have different priorities. Like you're still trying to figure out who you are. On your 30s, however, you have figured it out. And now, okay, you can correct a little bit here. You can do this a little bit there. And it's not going to affect you, or it shouldn't affect you psychologically. Like, to me, there's a huge difference between doing a little enhancement, the same way that people wear brackets to straighten their teeth.
Oh, braces.
When it's not needed. Like, some cases, like my teeth, watch, this is the next shit I'm going to be doing. But
the next thing is teeth? Yeah.
I mean, you cannot have good...
You guys make us rich. The first bag, because we know Cardi B told us that teeth are not, I don't even listen to Cardi B, but like Cardi B, shout out to Cardi B, Dominican, hey, hola mi reina, mi paisana, la Cardi. Anyways, she said that fake teeth, very expensive.
It is.
A good set of teeth.
It is, but it's worth it though.
Oh, one done well.
Yes.
Again, but one done wrong, so bad.
But that's the same as anything you do, especially on your face. If y'all want a tip, wait a little extra, save a little bit extra, and do it with a surgeon. Do it with someone that knows what they're doing.
Research.
Do research. Like this place that I went to, I've been following them for a whole year. Checking everything, every person, tagging them, making sure they didn't fuck up anyone. And they're like, I just loved every single picture that they posted up on Instagram. Like there's places that I follow that they do good jobs too. But sometimes you see a picture every now and then, there's like, this looks a little too ducky or too like, yeah. This place, I love every single picture. It's supernatural results. Like that's what I'm looking for.
Oh God, it breaks my heart every time I see... Because I see them on my TikTok For You page. I don't know why they're tracking me. But botched surgeries and botched procedures and stuff. Botched, meaning that they...
Salieron mal.
Yes, exactly. They turned out poorly or under their like projections, I guess, in terms of quality. And it makes me so sad, especially with like the BBL craze. I was wondering, like 30 years from now, is the BBL body going to be how we look at like 80s implants?
Most likely.
You know? Because trends change. And BBL, it doesn't look natural. Like the same way that in the 80s or early 90s, Pamela Anderson had her boobs done. And yes, it's a bigger pair of boobs. But it doesn't look natural. And now you have this amazing surgery that makes bigger boobs, but looks super natural. You know? So BBL now, it's the Pamela Anderson version of that. That's my opinion.
Like, I'm sure that it will evolve to a point where you can achieve the same result, bigger boobs or like bigger butt, smaller
Some
waist.
BBLs do look natural. I'm hoping that that's what was intended. But I've been seeing a lot of BBLs. I'm seeing the surgery evolve the more people are doing it. And in my head, I'm like, that's so much pain. Did you know that 1 in every 3,000 BBLs, one patient dies? Dies. It's the highest mortality rate for plastic surgery. Some doctors don't even do it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
What
because,
is it? Like, what?
I'll tell you exactly what it is. I mean, not exactly. Brianda, science. I'm not a surgeon and I'm not a doctor and I'm not qualified to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. But this doctor on TikTok said that the reason why it's one of the plastic surgeries with the highest mortality rate is because the whole procedure is actually transferring fat from one part of your body to another. And when you're puncturing the buttocks area, which is like the biggest, that you have some of the most like vital veins in that area. If you puncture a vein, then fat can go all the way skyrocket up to your heart. You have a stroke then and there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's why. And with those odds, I'm sorry, but I will stick with my mid body.
Yeah, me too.
And by mid, I don't mean mid. I like my body, but I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
I'm more of a face.
I agree with that. Like, I would never, I cannot speak for other people. I can only speak for what my boundaries are. To me, if going through that procedure is going to give you chances to die, to me, it's not worth it. To me, it's not worth it. And if you are at a place where you feel like you need it, by that, I'm not saying don't do it, but like do a lot of research. Like, I don't know, like if you really, really, really feel like you need that to accept yourself, work on your brain towards accepting yourself. Because to me, like even like I just had my lips done, but I didn't need it. You know, like I was perfectly fine without it, but hey, I like it. And these wears off. These, I'm not under the knife. Like I'm not putting my life at risk just to look a little bit whatever. You know what I mean? But hey, that's my point of view.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people that are completely against every type of procedure. Good for you. Like, don't do it then. Like, you're totally entitled to your opinion. And there's people that are pro doing everything. As long as you're safe and you make sure that you're, like checking where you're doing, good for you too.
Episode 34, Good King, Bad King. Whatever. The truth is, like, I don't know if I have insomnia. It's not diagnosed. I'm not going to play, Google MedMD, but like, I've been really struggling the last couple of weeks. And I've been like falling into some like old stuff, like, I've talked about it on Super Trip countless times, but not here. But like, I have eating issues and body image issues and shit. And it's just been really tough the last couple of weeks, like with eating and stuff. And because so much of the show is me and being on and whatever, I can only fake it for so long until it like reaches a head. And I think I reached that head. And Clara, you're such a beacon of light because high tangy, not high tangy, but you and I are new friends. The friends that I've cultivated now for years know this about me. And I think that that's really important, talking about your mood disorders or your, with your friends and intimate family. So they know how to be around you, so they know how to deal with you. And for lack of a better word, like, I don't want to say it, but it is that way. And this is our first time. The first time you actually witnessed maybe like a little mania for me. And you were very open and you said, I don't know how to deal with this. I've never had anything like this happen before. And it kind of reminded me of the way my mom handles things when I talk to her about these things. And again, you will never get offended by this, but I wanted to talk about this because I think it's important.
Okay.
I was talking to you about changing the day and completely not acknowledging your like schedule and like the things that you have to take care of. That's why I'm saying it's going to sound really messed up, but it is a little bit harder to love and work with people with mental challenges, right? Like any kind of challenge, right? And you voiced your thoughts about okay, well, now that we know that this could potentially be a thing, and I'm going to go on 2 big podcasts next month, it's only going to get more intense. We need to find different protocols to make sure that the show still runs smoothly. Again, we're a team of 3. It's me, Clara, and Sick. We're very small, but we need the show to keep going on. We're still on listener acquisition mode.
The show must go on,
The show must go on, and that's why I'm saying this isn't an excuse for anything. This is honestly just transparency in case you see me be a little erratic or something, or I'm fine, I'm good, I'm blessed, and I'm grateful. But I wanted to let you guys in on it. I'm not like one of those people that like, I know you're going to talk about it in the comments, so I might as well talk about it right now. But when I was talking to you about what was going on with me, you were so open enough to hear what I was saying. I think there's a teachable moment here, a learning moment for the both of us and for people listening. Mania is looks different for everybody, but there are certain things that are the same, like creating scenarios in your head that don't exist, hyping yourself up, you're limitless. It's like this thing. And then you also feel experiences of like worthlessness. It like all comes to a head, for me, in the instance of me, it's like I experience a lot of different rumination, like not wanting to live kind of rumination. Not that I'd ever do it. I've never thought about, but I'm just trying to be honest here. That day, I was advising you what was occurring, and you said some things that I think is a great moment for them to listen to, and also a teachable moment for both of us.
Just say it.
Perfect. So in that moment, you had said something that I was like, oh crap, it's because she doesn't know and it's fine. But like you had said, Bree, you need to sleep. Which you're right. Just bleep that. You're absolutely right. Your body needs this. You need to knock yourself out. And you literally were just trying to find solutions. That's the way you are. In the throes of mania, I don't even remember part of it, but I remember how I felt. And I remember feeling like you had told me, this is what you said. Brianda, go to the drugstore, take a drug, or cry yourself to sleep. Knock yourself to sleep. Valid, because you're trying to find a solution to get me to stop, to get me to chill. In mania, like when you said that, in mania, it sounds like drug yourself, cry yourself to sleep, and what my mania does is go, and don't even wake up.
Oh, hell no.
No, and I know.
No. Okay, yeah. I know I didn't mean it like that. But now that I've learned it, it's like,
you gotta, no, okay, so this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So wait, and it's not just you. I already know when I would tell my mom about anxiety, the first thing she'll say was, get it together. What do you want me to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's because she is in the same lens as you, like, find a solution, get to it. Like, I have an immigrant mother. Like, it's something, hey, well, let me finish real quick, and I want you to come back. I think it's, when you're developing a relationship with someone who does have, let's just say, generalized anxiety disorder, bipolar, whatever, like how you it's gonna be annoying, and I know.
No, it's not annoying.
How you speak to them really does matter, because oh my God, I was imagining like, crap. You know what I did the second I hung up with you? I called my girl Louisa. Shout out to Louisa. Here's your handle here. I love you. It's why it's so important to have like people around you and how God speaks to you in different ways. In that moment, I didn't hear God. In that moment, I was so far from faith, but I was far from him. He was not far from me. In that moment, I called Louisa, and the first thing she said, Brianda, right now, you're not in an okay place. Clara didn't mean anything by that. Trust me. Clara loves you. She wants you here. Take that out of your head. And she just stayed with me on the phone, and it was so awesome. And I'm revealing this testimony, not to demonize anyone here because I love everyone involved, but just as a way to show like, even like when we're at the darkest spot, like, the Lord is there for us and he'll show up. And in that moment, he showed up for me in friendship, even using you, And I think it was a really teachable moment, and I was not going to talk about it, but I think it's dope to express that, because I think we could learn from this, all of us. And tying into Bible, like the Lord always has us. And like anytime I asked the Lord in that time, I was like, please come here. I need help right now. Right now, it's so funny because the Lord will sometimes, he'll see you in code red. The Lord will literally say the word. The Lord will tell you, say when. And he will say when. And he used you to get me to say when. And guess what? I actually ended up that night. I'll say it right now. Like, I ended up taking, my friend Luisa was like, take chamomile tea, take a sleeping tea. She's right. You need to sleep. I wouldn't say drug yourself, but like, or knock yourself out, but like, she's right. And I ended up doing that. And that's exactly what I needed. The next morning, it was exactly the way you guys said. It felt like the day before was a rush. Like it didn't even happen. It felt like a dream.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, it felt like a dream. It didn't even feel real. But those are one of those moments in life where when you're in your 60s and 70s and you're thinking about like really dark stuff, that's one of those moments. Clara, please chime in. Like, what are your thoughts? We're new friends. This is a new show. You guys, sorry, the intro is going to be a little longer than usual. If you don't like this, come next week. I don't know what to tell you. This is important for us.
Or skip to the beginning of the story that you'll have the timeline stamp.
Exactly. I'll have the timestamp, skip to the story.
That's fine. No, I actually think it's super dope that you bring this up. I think I would never get offended by that. If anything, I'm glad that you want to talk about it and express it, because I told you, I'm new with this. And I can only mean good by you being, because the closest that I can imagine in my head is being down. Okay, because like we all go through ups and downs.
Every single one of us.
And that's the closest experience that I have to it on my personal way. When you're down, I will never get offended by, even if she was like, you were thinking bad things about me or whatever, like, I know it's not like, it's not it's like the down mood, whatever it is, right? But I think it's good that you tell me, not only me to learn for the future, occasions, but you speak about it on mic. Because there's a lot of people like me that have never interacted with people that suffer from ups and downs, like real ups and downs, not what average people would go through, when it's mental health, health, like imbalances, chemical imbalances. So it's good because we don't know how to, like, you mean, like your friend said, like, I'm in my best. What I mean is good, but I may not know how to, how to say it. Or I don't, not only how to say it, but I don't know how you're reading it, which is, I think, the most, important thing here. I need to learn how you read it on those times so I know how to address things when that happens again. And I just like, the hell no, it just came out like that, because it's funny how different perspectives, depending on where you are mentally, can read things differently. Because of course, like, this is understood. I would never go to sleep. No, don't ever wake up. Never. But it's funny that your brain goes there, because to me, I'm thinking scientifically here. I'm trying to figure out.
Clara the scientist, everyone.
No, I'm just trying to think. I am no doctor, psychiatric, whatever. But I do know that the body needs rest. When the body is not well rested and not well nurtured, doesn't have enough nutrients and water, like fed, it doesn't operate as normal. So, and I think I told you that the day after.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on, probably sleep is not going to fix it, but it's going to ease it a little bit.
Yeah.
When you are not well rested and you haven't had the nutrients that you need and haven't drunk enough water, you don't process things as smoothly. And I knew you had been not sleeping for at least a good, a few nights. And this cannot be healthy.
I know.
So, and the only reason why I said knock yourself out is because I told you, you have to find something. If you can't fall asleep, take something. And you were like, oh, I already took melatonin and it's not working. I said, go for something harder then. And it's
melatonin.
It's not like go for something harder, don't ever wake up. It's you need to sleep.
Yeah.
Maybe sleep is the conflictive word. Now I'm just realizing you need to rest.
Yeah.
Because sleep can be permanent. Rest, kind of also. But whatever. Your body needs to rest. And if A is not working, try B, try C, or D. Because you need to rest. And then tomorrow everything's going to be different. That's the only thing. But I'm actually grateful that that you're sharing this, because I want to learn how to manage in these situations. Not only for you, but
you're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. This isn't this isn't the last time. It's going to be something that's a part of me, right? So as I regulate, I might as well keep you abreast, and the listeners too. Because this is just a part of it.
For sure.
And, you know, and I don't want to ever lose that. I don't want to ever not.
Babes, that's who you are. And everything comes with a good and a bad side. The bad side is those downs, but there's a bright side to it too, which is your character probably, or your personality is
probably. Can I be honest with you? No, God's character, God's personality. And this is what I'm going to tell my Christian stuff. I know you're rolling your eyes, but I didn't even share that for me. I shared that as a way to show where God was in that moment. Like, but if you see it as me, that's great. However you want to synthesize it. But I'm telling you, for me, it came from like using my platform to amplify God's presence in my life.
Which is great. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I have to say. Yeah. And yeah, no, I got to sleep and I got to eat.
Best of 2021 Patreon picks.
Bible Babe Helen, episode 29, Solomon's Reign.
I was just saying, you guys, hi Tangy, not hi Tangy. I would love to date a man with similar qualities to you, but the fact that you're an atheist. Like, you are so gentle with your criticisms. And you're so thoughtful and hardworking. And literally I could go down the list. And I'm like, dude, if you were a freaking dude, that would be it. And you gotta believe in God. That's a major one. That's a big one.
Yeah, I should be. I would have to be Christian for you.
You would have to. Yeah. Yes.
But I appreciate it though.
You know what I was thinking? And I know my Christian brothers and sisters are going to be like, hold strong, sister, hold strong. Because at the end of the day, the reason why I say Christian is because I want to know and be sure that our Father, like, chose him for me. I don't want to pick the best guy that I want. The best guy I want doesn't wear underwear. He's a rock star from Brooklyn. That's what Brianda wants. That's what turns me on. But I know that man is not going to church, is not reading his Bible. He's no good. Unless you're a Christian in a rock band and like a death metal band. I would love that. That'd be dope. And you're a Christian. But anyways, what I'm saying is it's about what the Lord wants for me, not what I want for myself.
I understand.
So like lately, I know when I haven't been praying, I go, well, maybe if he's spiritual, well, maybe. You guys, dating in New York is so hard being a celibate Christian girl.
But I feel like that's something that most girls or men probably do too. When you're like, want to be in a relationship for too long and you can't find someone, you're like, should I lower my standards a little bit? But guess what? You should not. Because it's a recipe for failure, really, if you lower your standards. So
okay, you're right.
Stay strong.
So I was thinking, like, maybe it's not. No, again, I'm not budging. I'm just entertaining the idea because this is a podcast and what we do. We have conversations. Maybe it's not lowering my standards. Maybe it's expanding.
No, it's lowering.
Got it. Great.
It's not expanding.
Thank you for calling me out on that. Okay, you're right. Bible Babe Akya, episode 23. David and Goliath.
I had a question for you.
Okay, I was like, do you want to dive in the story? Or want me to answer your question? All right.
I had a question for you. Well, you know, I'm not very familiar with the church, religion, whatever. So first thing, like I said, since my first day, I don't want to offend anyone or get anyone in trouble. But I was thinking the other day about the Vatican and how high rank the Pope and the ones that are around him or whatever, like priests, I don't know, makes me think whether if at certain rank, do you still have such a strong faith in God or you start to operate more in a political way? Also, seeing the Vatican looks like a palace itself, like so much material richness, right? And I'm just thinking that could be
okay.
Those
are two things. Those are two things that I wanna sink my teeth into. I'll start with the latter, the church stuff that you're saying. The Vatican is so beautiful. You know, sometimes you go to these churches that take over 300, 400, 500 years to make, right? To get it right. I want to say, why can't God be a God of aesthetic?
No, I'm not talking about the beauty of it. I'm
what do
talking
you mean?
about the material richness, like gold, pure, like every attire that they wear is like silk and all these jewels that they wear, like the diamonds and the emeralds, and like that looks a little like not modest or not.
Can I tell you what I intuitively think about that? And you're just asking me this now. I haven't thought about this long enough. I'm sure I would have a different answer if I had more time to let it sit. But my emotional impulse is to say, I think that it's so that we are reminded that none of this matters. If we give you something of the most value, man-made value, then that means that I guess what I'm saying is it would take something of that high value to strip it, to take control back from it, to remind you that this isn't I'm not by Alex Media, everybody. To remind us all that this is nothing. Whereas if the priests were wearing like Fashion Nova scrubs, I don't think it would have that same effect.
No, but it's more so, the monks that wear like no material luxuries.
Yeah.
It's more so like, it was a very comfortable way of showing everybody what you shouldn't be, aiming for when you surrounded by all this richness and all this.
Which brings me to the first half of your question. We can't say that, and we're talking about Catholicism and all
church
those
institution, yeah.
But that when you're at that level, I think that's where all of the gold and the gems and the jewels are at. When you talk about grassroots, you don't see that. And yet they're still, teaching the gospel. They're very low, like no frills, very, humble churches exist. It doesn't apply. But that brings me to the first half of your question. Do you think that as the rank gets higher in priesthood, in whatever have you, again, I'm not Catholic, do you think that they begin to distance themselves from God and become more, I'm just reiterating your question, more about the politics involved? I think that with any group, industry, organization that is as big and vast as the Catholic Church, you're bound to there are bound to be some holes in the system, and that is proven. Right. See the movie Spotlight, okay?
I will.
Yeah. So, and that's like the extreme. I do think that there may be some chances of those things happening, but that occurs with size. That occurs as things expand. That's why there's so many different tentacles to Christianity.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, because as much as I am a non-believer, I do believe that the church at a lower meaning farther from the Pope level, does some really good social work, for example. But that's where my question came from, where at some point do they get lost in it? Because if you look at the church in a very ground level, it's like very dedicated to the others and to like solving. And when it comes,
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the view. Like you start at an A plus with me first. And unless you're innocent until proven guilty. I have a more optimistic view of it. Like I can only hope that they are doing what their duty is. But before their duty is their relationship to God. If you're nurturing that like a domino, the rest follows. Your relationship with God is compromised if you're not doing actionable deeds.
Bible Babe Jova, episode 26, David and Bathsheba.
David goes to his rooftop. He's just sipping his brewski. And all of a sudden, he sees a woman. A naked woman. Bathing herself on top of another roof. Now, for context, guys, this isn't just some harlot showering on a roof. During these ancient times, the rain was caught on the roofs, so it was very common for people to take showers on the roof. Okay? That woman's name was Bathsheba. Okay? David spots Bathsheba and he's like, who is that? Sade starts playing in the background. Romance. What's his name? Kenny G. Saxophone. Like candles. He sees her and he gets drunk off of emotions. He's never seen a woman this beautiful. He goes and asks his armed officials who she is. And they say, oh, that's Bathsheba. That's one of your army men's wives, Uriah. You know? And he goes, oh. He tells his armed people to grab her for him. All right, guys.
God.
Yeah, hold on. I need a minute because this is wild. This is wild. Clara, I'm struggling telling the story because I'm still kind of processing it. Like I said, David gets his armed officials to get Bathsheba. And you know what? Let's go into some scripture for some context. Oh boy. Scripture, 2 Samuel chapter 11, verses 3-4. And David sent and inquired about the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? So David sent messengers and took her. And she came to him, and he lay with her. Now she had been purifying herself from her uncleanliness. Then she returned to her house, and the woman conceived, and she sent and told David, I am pregnant. Now, you guys, there are a couple things that I wanted to note. You guys, trigger warning. If you've been SA'd, if you are a victim of sexual assault, please, the trigger warning, okay? We're about to talk about some stuff here. There's no easy way to say this. David raped Bathsheba.
Whoa.
He R-worded Bathsheba, and I guess I was so focused on other parts of the story when I would read it in times past. But we're reading this at least with me, I'm reading these things in a way I'd never had before, you know? And it says nothing about Bathsheba consenting to being intimate with David. In fact, we know, per the laws of hermeneutics, when two people are having consensual sex, they say terms like he got to know her or they married, that they had sex or whatever. But here it does not say that. It also says, now she had been purifying herself from her uncleanness, meaning she really was just taking a shower. She was not doing, siéndole tú sabes, she was not enticing him or alluring him at all. This was a woman she was taken advantage of. It also says that he took her. You know what I'm saying? That is not the same verbiage that you use with. So, all of it points to she did not consent. And furthermore, if you continue reading, which we'll get to next week, but the Lord rebukes David for this act. And while the Lord is rebuking him, he is only referring to David being the person being punished, the aggressor, the whatever. So that's the Lord. The Lord knows what's going on, and he knows that Bathsheba was not to blame for this. Anyways, Bathsheba ends up becoming pregnant from that rape.
Oh my God, come on.
Yeah. Bible Babe David, episode 32, Ecclesiastes, volume 1. That's annoying.
I know.
I don't know. That would be annoyed by that. In fact, I want a God that's annoyed by that. I don't want a God that's constantly talking to me it's okay, baby. It's okay. You know what? You'll get it next. No, I want my God to teach us all a lesson. We deserve death. He has so much mercy on us. You know what I mean? So the fact that he even is able to give us great relationships, money, houses. Some people don't even have that, right? But I feel like I'm short circuiting right now because I'm trying to convey this idea.
I can see it.
That all the Lord wants from us. Actually, the Lord doesn't want anything from us. Oh, now I'm cooking with gas. He doesn't need us. God doesn't need us for anything. And that's what I mean. He's so merciful. how do I say this? Like, we need him. Oh, I wish I could say what I'm feeling into words, and I can't do it. This is what I'm saying. I'm not a pastor. I'm just a girl, but I'm trying to like say what what I'm feeling right now, and I don't have the words. This is what happens, guys. Sorry.
That was dope though.
Well, I'm trying to get better, and for those Bible listeners who just witnessed me like literally short circuit, if you have the words of what I was trying to say, please comment them so that I can pin them and we can all, because I don't know, you may know more than me, but please, I will repost it because I really want to say what I want to say right now. And if you saw what just happened, you know what it is. What we do here, this isn't the end goal, because our bodies, and it describes in Ecclesiastes 2, our bodies go to the grave, and that's the end of it. That's the end of your body. Boom, psh, bye. Bye, double D's. Adios. Hasta la never. Ugh. Anyways, but our spirit goes to God. And that's why we do what we do, because we know that this is, we are not immortal. This is all going to end eventually. So like what we do in this existence is in preparation for the bigger chicken dinner, winner chicken dinner, for the real thing, for the only thing that matters. And that's a seat that's reserved for us if you decide to take Jesus as your Lord and Savior. Anyways, where was I? Y'all, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to evangelize, but I don't know if I'm making people go further away. That's why God said, guard your mouth. Lord, am I guarding my mouth? You let me know. Maybe that was him making me short circuit. You're not ready. Clara, that was the Lord being like, you're not ready. Stop it. Oh my gosh. No, that's it. Hi, Tangi. You guys, I'm going to come back to Ecclesiastes. You know what? Record scratch here, editing. I want flashes here. I want cutting the show. We're cutting this short. You guys, I'm going to come back to Ecclesiastes. I'm not ready to do it. I just felt convicted right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are you for sure?
No, I'm going to finish the story with Solomon, but I'm actually going to do another episode of Ecclesiastes. So actually, this is Ecclesiastes Volume 1. Ecclesiastes Part 1 or something.
Pre-Ecclesiastes.
Yes, but I'm going to do this again.
Wow.
Because I don't know, I felt like convicted. There's something here that I'm not getting, I'm not here for. Maybe it's the puppy, maybe it's something, I don't know. But this is much bigger. And I don't know why I just got something like, it's not that I'm short-circuiting, it's that God wants me to stop talking because I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
Bible Babe Jordan, episode 28, David and Absalom.
Randomly sees his friend Hushai and he goes, Hushai, is that you? Bruh, I haven't seen you since our high school reunion. And they they get chummy. They see each other. Hushai's like, oh my gosh, boy, what are you doing? Like, you're a king. What's going on? Why are you sweating like this? And that he, as a friend would do, it doesn't really say this in the Bible, but you can interpret like when two homies are reunited, they're asking about everything. How are you when you see your friend that you haven't seen in a minute? Like, how are your kids? How's everything? And David confides in his friend and he lets him know, like, listen, my son's mad. My son's real mad at me. He's trying to kill me, And David actually asks Hushai, listen, you can't come with me. If you come with me, you may get killed. But Hushai knows that King David is a king. Okay, he's not just cualquier persona. He's not just like whatever, average schmo. He's the king still. And Hushai goes, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do. Let me know what you want me to do. And King David goes, listen, if you go back to Jerusalem, I need you to put your, Meryl Streep actor face on. I need you to get in there and I need you to show face for me. But whatever you do, just don't betray me, please. Like, just keep the ruse. Keep the ruse. Why are you scoffing at what King David is telling his friend? If you guys saw Clara's face, she gave the loudest eye roll. What? What, Clara?
Sorry. I mean, please don't betray me. Duh. Like, what the fuck?
But could you blame King David? So many people have betrayed him.
I know, but like, do you think you're gonna ask someone, please don't betray me?
Yeah, no, but here's
you know what? Actually, I was gonna
No, I'll tell you
you
one thing though, because despite King David's past of people hurting him and letting him down, betraying him, he still has faith. Bible Babe Sander, episode 38, Jehoshaphat's Prayer. And it gives insight into what's happening in Jehoshaphat's life. Imagine coming into a place where you're like, not only do I need to fast, we all do.
Did he tell them for how long they needed to fast?
No, there wasn't a specific, amount of time.
Because I'm thinking, even from a scientific point of view, fasting is good because it's like it creates like a little cleanse on your body, and your body can get rid of toxins, and the organs start working better, and like kind of levels up everything. But of course, only for a certain period of time. Then if you fast for too long, you're lacking nutrients, you're lacking energy. So it's hard for me to understand. Like I get the whole prayer bit, but you're still going to a war. So if your whole city has been fasting for too long.
Oh, Clara, that's such a good point. You're making such a good point because it's addressed. It's addressed later on in the book. This is so good. Oh, mama. Listen, faith is nutritious, baby. Faith is it's like a medium rare steak with the sides, with the potatoes and the mac and cheese and the creamed spinach.
You're making me hungry now.
Anyways, so there's this beautiful part of the Bible, you guys, in this chapter where Jehoshaphat leads with his people and he says a prayer for everybody. And it is so beautiful. Can I read it, please?
Go on, yeah.
It's so, guys. Will you allow me to read this prayer, Jehoshaphat's prayer, the title of this episode? 2 Chronicles, chapter 20, verses 5 to 12, I may skip around. And Jehoshaphat stood in the assembly of Judah and Jerusalem, in the house of the Lord, before the new court, and said, O Lord, God of our fathers, are you not God in heaven? You rule over all the kingdoms of the nations. In your hand are power and might, so that none is able to withstand you. Skip to verse 9. If disaster comes upon us, the sword, judgment, and pestilence, or famine, we will stand before this house and before you. For your name is in this house, and cry out to you in our affliction, and you will hear and save. Skip to 12. O our God, will you not execute judgment on them? For we are powerless against this great horde that is coming against us. We do not know what to do, but our eyes are on you. And so when you said like, well, they're about to go to war, don't you think starving is not going to be the best thing logically? Mamacita.
A little bit, yeah, but
logically, intellectually, you are not wrong. But things of the spirit
Faithfully
cannot be computed or transmuted with things up here, mamas. Very important. God gave us this too. You know what I'm saying? But it's a way for you to show your faith. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? Right? It's kind of like that. Like the ocean.
Okay.
Exactly. It's kind of like, how deep is your faith? Now's the time. Let's put, and also right after this prayer, a temple worshiper comes out of nowhere. Oh, high Tangy, not high Tangy. But in this scene in the Bible, the first thing I thought was, have you ever been in a CVS and someone had a seizure randomly?
No.
I know it's really specific. It's happened twice to me in my life. I don't understand. Yeah. I'm like, what's going on with CVSs and seizures? But anywho, when you see it happen, it's like, it's almost like shocking. It's like jarring, you know? It's kind of like, oh my God. 2021 most viral TikTok clip with a whopping 76,000 views and almost 17,000 likes on TikTok is episode 5, Abraham, Sarah, and Hagar. So now we're in Egypt. We've got Abraham, Sarah, and Lot, and their donkeys and stuff, because Abraham was loaded. He was rich. I'm talking about Rick Ross rich. On the way to Egypt, Abraham goes to Sarah and he goes, listen, we are loaded. We got Rolexes in the back in the coupe, the donkey. The second we get into Egypt, they're gonna wanna sleep with you. But not just because he was rich, because Sarah was so damn hot. There's too much going on here, too flashy, too
What do you
busy.
think she looked like?
Okay, that's a very good question because Sarah at this time was 65, Abraham was 75, around that age.
All right, never mind.
No. But she was still so hot. Throughout Genesis and other stories, everyone wants to sleep with Sarah. And I'm like, what is she giving?
2021 most viral Instagram clip with 17,000 views. Episode 18, Joshua and the Promised Land.
God is now like, all right, God, we've neutralized the grounds, tit for tat, yin and yang. We got this now. So God goes, babe, now you can go back in the land of Ai and take it over. And I promise you that this time you will be victorious. And exactly that happens. Joshua rounds up his troops, sends them over. With God's help, they win. All I do is win. Because we always need God in order for us to be victorious, because the only reason why we're victorious is because of God's grace. And this is what I'm like, okay, God, you're petty. Because then God tells them, this time, whatever treasures you guys acquire, y'all can keep. Like I said, God doesn't have to give us anything. And I know it's an unusual thing to say. Christians fundamentally understand that God owes us nothing. We deserve death.
What do you mean by that?
In the wrong ears, that sounds wild. When God does show us acts of, yeah, you guys can keep that. He's having mercy on all of us. Maybe it's encouragement. Either way, it's a part of God's greater plan. The only thing we know is trust in God, believe in God, period.
2021 most viewed YouTube video with 21,000 views and counting. Episode 39, Ian Dunlap is the master investor. You want to know what bone I have to pick with my parents?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it felt like growing up, they weren't even interested in me. They weren't even interested in even getting to know me. They were interested in getting me from A to B, but not once did they ask me, like, hey, what do you like? It
was different in that era, though.
Right. And I also think when they were raised and born in like developing countries, a third world country, DR, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
When you're trying to survive, you don't have room for emotion. Like even with my parents, like my dad told me this like 3 years ago. He was like, our family never hugged. It's 8 of them. They never hugged until the second Christmas that we had at my grandmother. So this is in 84. Like think culturally, like when you're trying to survive, there's almost no room for emotion. And then we weren't taught, like I said, generational wealth, everyone talks about it. But if we aren't taught how to love and how to parent, there is no room for generational wealth.
How do you break it?
We have to start here, like start with friends, family, fellowship. And then I had to as well, so it takes one to know one. You have to forgive. Have to. It's tough as hell. And I know on the inside you're like, I don't want to hear that.
You got the formula?
Day by day. Like once, put yourself in their shoes and to see what they were going through at that time. Because my dad was like, hey, imagine being 20. Then I'm 22 with or 25 with 2 kids, no job. I had to figure it out and no support. And everyone's like, either you're going to fail or you're not, but you still got to take care of the kids. What do you have to do? I'm like, now this is pre-internet, pre-Instagram. So it's not as easy to make money. Your back is against the wall. So once I started to see things, or even my granddad, God rest his soul, my granddad was in a war. He got injured in a war real bad. Came back and...
Which war? I'm sorry if I exposed a blind
Vietnam
spot.
One of those, Vietnam, Korean War, one of those, right? Because he had some little kids. That,
okay.
Half black, half Asian. Anyway.
Half black, half Asian? Are you half black, half Asian?
I'm
noticing some little Asian. Is that inappropriate? Oh my gosh.
No.
I'm noticing. I was also going to say.
If it is, cut it out.
I'm noticing some Asian here.
Yeah, cut that out. But,
Clara, do I look fat?
No, you look great.
Okay, sorry. Interrupted you. I'm vain.
No, you're good. And he came back from the war, and my grandma Chris was like very fair skinned, like she could pass for white. Married a white guy. My dad was telling me this stuff. I'm like, why is Granddaddy John like so cold? He's like, he's not cold. Like, you don't know what he's been through. Got hurt from the war, came back, injured. And her husband was like, your son can't stay in my house because he's black.
What?
Like, he told me that, and I was like, are you kidding me? That shit broke my soul. Like, So like, Grandma Chris is half black, half white, but her son couldn't occupy the house that he was in with his mother because of racial divide. I can't imagine what that would do to change a person. And a lot of times I feel like our elders don't tell these stories because they may be too painful.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like time is passing me. I feel like I'm like at a race for the clock. Like when it comes to, especially my parents, because I'm thinking about them after. I mean, I'm 28 now, and I'm thinking already about how I'm going to take care of them. My parents, when they came to this country, for example, my mom, when she came to this country, she could have been, had her own practice in DR, had a different life. She wanted to give us a different kind of life, which meant she was no longer where she was in DR. Here, she was at the bottom. And my dad was like, un bandido. He was from, he's the opposite. He was not born with money. He was just born with, he was a musician. His family's a bunch of musicians. That's how I sing. Like my dad's line, the Agramonte line is where you get this.
Got you.
And, but it equaled broke coming to this country. And hearing you talk about that, it's the same way they don't talk about, it would be so beneficial for the next generation to hear about how they got out of their predicament. I could not even imagine. Think about this. Sometimes it's so nutty to think, or not nutty, but my parents came to this country. They did not know the language. My dad got robbed so many times here, to the point where like my mom, my dad, and my sister, because I wasn't around yet, she's older than me, they wouldn't eat. They would have one meal a day. My dad would have to split. My dad would have to get like one chicken nugget and give the rest to his baby and like my mom.
Sacrifice,
And these are things that I'm knowing now, and it's because I have to pry. But even then it takes, well, not my mom, but just my dad. My dad's a little warmer, right? But like I can't get anything out of her. But the things that I do know and that I've weaseled information out of other people, I'm like, wow, if I had known this, it would have changed my perspective on, it would have given me more patience with them, less resentment. Oh, resentment is literally the kiss of death when it comes to any kind of like developing relationships. I noticed that like even the way I interact with men, I'm talking to this guy I'm really into right now, the first guy I've been into in years. And I realize that anytime we get vulnerable, I'll unconsciously make excuses to get off the phone.
Why? You afraid?
You did the thing again.
Take your time. You like my little Oprah moment? I didn't know this was going to be therapy, but...
I know. I guess I need this.
We both do.
Anytime he says something that makes me have to be vulnerable and drop the act, I get scared. Yeah. Or like I feel like oh, if they see me, they'll find out. Like, oh, I'm actually not who you think I am, sort of thing.
Who do you think that he
thinks that I am? Like, I don't know, Brianda, the Bible girl. I don't know. And I don't even think he wants that. He's so when he speaks, he's such a great thinker. That's the best. And it's scary to have someone say something that's disarming and, you know, and
does he light up for you the same way you're lighting up now about him?
Oh my God, I hope he doesn't watch this. Oh my God.
I hope he does.
Clara, cut this out, Clara.
No, keep this in.
So I guess we're winding down.
I actually have a little surprise for you.
What? What, Clara? What, Clara?
So here's the thing, because I love how you put so much effort on your looks, and I think you fucking kill it every time. I have made a little compilation of episode 1 to episode 43 with you either saying, "Hey, father," or, you know, making a little reference to your passion for fashion or for, you know, your outfits or whatever. Let's have a look at it.
Hey, Jesus, what's up? Hey, Jesus. You like my outfit? Too much leather. Too much... Oh, no, but I thought I looked... Okay, yep, you're right. Nope, I'll do better next time. Sorry. He said no more leather. Hey, Father. Hey, Dad. I'm kidding. Oh my God, no, I'm sorry I called you that. Hello, Heavenly Father. Thank you so much for my life. Praise you for everything good. Hey, Jesus. Yeah, I'm good. I love you. Thank you for blessing me with life today and every day and the world. Thank you. Hey, Jesus. Oh, I'm doing well. Hey, Father. Yes. Oh, you like my gloves? Oh, I really wanted to impress you. You know that. Hey, Father. Other than that, like if there's a camera and a mic in front of me, I'm trying to play and I don't want to look like everyone else. Hey, Father. Oh, I'm doing well. How are you? Uh-huh. No, J-Lo was not the inspiration. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Oh, I'm doing well. Okay, you'll comment on what I'm wearing at the end. Great. Yeah. No, Father, I did not escape prison. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Oh, I'm doing well. How are you? Ooh, great. I know I'm serving scary spies. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Oh, I'm doing well. How are you? Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Ooh. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. How you doing? Oh, I got my hands tied. Got a furry friend in the studio. Hey, Father. How you doing? Cool. And I really like my outfit. If you guys are not on the YouTube, gosh, 1 second, Brie. Jeez, 1 second. God, I'm always crying. But listen, I want to give a shout out to my outfit today. Hey, Father. How you doing? I look different again this week.
You look urgy.
Wearing a very nice wig and this outfit, guys. If you guys are not watching the YouTube channel, come to the YouTube. I'm trying to entice you to come to the YouTube, if you haven't noticed. I look like my tía, like una tía, como mi tía Morena, mi tía Titina, who just came from La República Dominicana. They come to Nueva York. They just did the liposuction, but they forgot their arms.
Isn't it the other way around? New Yorkers going to DR to get the lipo?
Yes, no, what I say is I got the lipo
you just came back.
in Santo Domingo y vine para acá and I come here to my family and I'm here. That is what it looks like. If not, you tell me, what is my name? In the comments, tell me what my name is. I think my name is Gladys. Hey, Father. For those of you who are not watching, you guys know that I'm a fab girl. I put a lot of effort into my outfits. I experiment a lot. And, sometimes what you guys don't catch, sometimes it doesn't always work. And today is one of those days. I was going for this really avant-garde, situation that involved a different hairstyle, and it just wasn't working out. And I was already an hour late. I was like, I have to leave. So I put on this outfit. I'm literally wearing pajamas, guys. Hey, Father. How you doing? Discount rate Doja Cat. Wait, what? Father, you are spicy. That was not very nice.
Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch,
I'm
I'm a cow.
you're nothing. Hey, Father. How you doing? Hey, Father. And I look like an 80s or 90s
Hot bombshell.
Would you say I have bangs, some clip-on bangs. I was going for Posh Spice meets Streetwalker meets Government Hooker meets Glamazon. Hey, Father. How you doing? Well, let's just start it off. You guys, let's talk about what I'm wearing. I look like I was rejected from the movie Dune. I look like it's very confusing. I was going to say a gypsy meets some kind of emperor. What do you think?
Cleopatra / Roman emperor, emperatrice.
I got you, Empress. Listen, Clara, the listeners don't know this, but I came in originally with something else, and I looked like a fabulous pirate. However, the corset, I sat down on this couch, and I could barely feel my lungs. Hey, Father. How you doing? Hey, Father. How you doing? I'm doing well. So, what story are we doing this week? You are so creative. Great. Call back later. Inhale love. Exhale kindness. Inhale love. Exhale. Oh my gosh, my faja is so tight. Jesus, I can barely breathe. Oh, I feel like a stuffed sausage. Sausage. Chicken sausage. Oh, I miss pork. Ooh. Hey, Father. How you doing? Hey, Father. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing well. I was just reading my Bible. Hey, Father. Hey, Father. Oh, you know what? This hair, this job, this podcast, it's heavy. It gets heavy sometimes. No, really heavy. I have a migraine, Father. This is poetic. Like the fact that I'm with the master investor in a dollar bill dress.
With $100 bill.
Is this 100? Yes, 100.
That's fire with them boots and that coat.
I'm trying not
you
to get
put
my
on.
chichos in. I'm a $100 bill, like not fupa, but like, yes, guys, look at me. Look at me. Hey, Father. How you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you. For those of you who are not watching the YouTube channel, you are not currently seeing the vibes today. Today, I went with Lilo from The Fifth Element. Hey, Father. How you doing? Hey, Father. How you doing? Oh, you guys look so pretty. My top favorite things, like I thought I was going to work in beauty, makeup, journalism was my first love, music, and I'm doing like beauty is involved in all of that.
I mean, well, you definitely, I think it's super obvious, especially with the outfits, like the makeup that you choose to do for yourself. Like you take a long time, but you do it because this is so important to you.
Wow. I mean, Jesus is for the fabulous women too. I mean, come on. That was so great. Thank you, Clara, for that. You're an angel. We all love you more for it. Shout out to Clara. Shout out to Sick.
To Brianda. Shout out to Sick.
Shout out to Sick. All of us, you, me, and Sick, we are going to... Well, we're
WTFmedia.
Oh, sorry. In WTFmedia Studios. I'm sorry. And WTFmedia Studios for a year of laughs, a year of the gospel, a year of, making dreams come true. It really feels like it.
100%. Yeah.
It feels like we're not in the incubator anymore. I think this has a pulse on its own, and I'm excited to see where 2022 takes us.
And I wanted to thank you as well because, of course, these for me wouldn't have been possible without you. And I really appreciate the opportunity because, I love what I'm doing here. So,
Clara, my little baby. Wait, why don't we? I have something. I have a surprise for you.
What is it?
We gonna pop some holy champagne.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know. Okay, while we talk, I'm gonna open this champagne.
Fast forward.
So listen, Clara, I am so proud of us. I really, it's easy to talk about your stuff and Takio-ish, you know what I'm saying? When you really are proud of what you do. And I know the amount of hours that you work, and I'm so thankful to have someone have that much care into a product. Because it's obvious that I have a care about this. My face is on it. My name's on it. That's whatever. But to have someone step in, make improvements, see where things need to fix, be changed or improved, and do it, to actually meet someone that does it.
Is as crazy as you?
Yeah, it's okay. You know what? Fine. Yes, okay, that's great.
No, we are crazy about it, but it's true.
We care a lot about it.
Yeah, we care about the final product, and then we are strict with the result.
I know.
I guess that's why things are... It was nice, seeing all the... all the episodes, see how we start. Because I start counting us at episode 22nd, which is where I started, taking over. And even the progress from episode 22nd to now, how we've been playing with the camera angles, how we've
I'm sorry. I wish I could have made that. I don't know why I did that. I don't have nice things. I don't know why I did that. I don't go out much. I don't party. I know that that's not the way it's supposed to go. Nah. All right. Mazel tov, Clara. Wait, Clara, I swear I didn't. No sé qué me pasó. O sea, it was like a Pavlovian response. Come. Can you come hang out here? Yes.
I think this
I mean, or just to.
glasses.
Oh, yes. Wait, can you do mine, Mom, please? In case you guys haven't noticed, Clara is the mom of the group. Man, thank you so much, Clara. This is the best. This is much deserved. Okay, then no, let's take it over there. You can go over there. Because I want you to be cómoda. Did you need more?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Chin chin.
Chin chin. Chin chin.
Chin chins. Are we chin chinning right?
Yes,
Okay.
chin chin.
Chin chin, Clara, I love you. This year has been amazing. The best part, I will say this is the best part, is making a new friend.
Oh,
Like, you-
100% agreed.
You
Yes.
are my friend. You
Yes.
are going to be in my wedding one day. If I have
Yes.
one, I may not have one, but like
Yes.
that's been the biggest plus of all of it, is having like a big sister to, you know,
100%
lean
agreed.
on. Oh, thank you. Oh,
Chin
cheers to
chin.
us. Happy New Year's, guys. Mwah. Wait, Clara.
Oh, my ugly nails. Hell no.
No,
Chin
Clara,
chin.
stop it. Oh my goodness gracious. Clara, wait, now that we're here, let's take a sip because we already cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, only the best.
Mm-hmm.
You guys,
On an empty stomach.
we got some Corbel.
Wait, oh, shit, it's 4.
I know. Listen, next year's best of, we'll have Moet. Okay, when we have a Moet budget, that's what we'll do. But wait, Clara, before we leave, let's give the listeners a bit of, I don't know, I hate resolutions, but something that we're looking forward to for next year for each of us. What's something that you want?
I know yours. Stop swearing or swearing less. I know you've mentioned this a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, I think, well, you know, I've been getting my nail license. I've been, you know, trying to start a little some. So my 2022nd resolution would be to like start my nail brand pretty much.
To start your nail brand.
Yeah. As
That's
a
what I'm
nail
talking
artist.
about. As
basically.
a nail artist.
Yeah, not like nail products, but as a nail artist. Like make a name for myself, basically.
I see it. I believe in you. I believe in you. I've seen you work at things, and that's all it takes. It takes heart and hard work, and you are relentless, honey. So
Yeah.
I believe it, and I can't wait till you do my nails,
Yes.
girl.
100%.
Even though I've been playing the guitar, that's why I like having my short nails. It's been
I know.
really fun. Wait, give me a personal one. Do you have a personal one, or maybe a resolution for the podcast? Now that's a Clara individual.
Like I would say taking it to the next level, but I feel like we do this every episode anyways.
Say that. Okay. I like it. Okay, so let's just keep on.
Just keep growing, basically,
keep
on the
keep
pod. Yeah.
being more experimental and
Yeah.
keep doing our thing.
What about you?
Well, why, thank you for posing that for me. Look at us playing tennis in conversation. New Year's resolution. Again, you revealed one of them. I want to swear less.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sharpen all around my communication styles. Sharpen. I want to be a better conversationalist, more present, less in my head. I want to remove that. I want to keep meditating. I'm right now at a certain minute mark. I would like to add another 20 on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one. As we continue to grow, I don't want to shapeshift my beliefs over what the audience desires. I have a tendency of needing to please, and I don't want to do that.
I like that one. I
wanna-
like that one, and
I
I'll
wanna-
be on top with you.
Please, I want to
Yeah.
stick to my guns, you know, and as much care as I put in the product, I kind of want to be careless when it comes to being here. Like, I want to keep it on. I want to be myself. And then, this is the last one. Maybe not 2022, maybe 2023. I don't know. the last year of Bible stories, we're going to end. We have at the end of Revelations is when Bible stories would end. I want to make a jingle for Bible stories with Brianda, like a little intro.
Oh, yeah, because you are a musician.
Yeah, and dude, I told you, one of my favorite pods, Jared Brady, his podcast Enjoy, he has an intro that's so cute. Meghan Trainor, you know Meghan Trainor? Oh, I'm all about that bass. Bass. Yeah. No, she just started a podcast that's incredible with her brother Ryan Trainor, and she sings the intro of it. And it's so cute. The podcast is called Working on It, and the tune is like, "'Cause I'm working on it.
Oh,
'Cause I'm working on
okay, I
working
got
on
it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and like
I
have
like
a
it.
little thing for us. And I would produce it. I want to produce it. I want to get better at Pro Tools so I can produce beats.
Okay, enough.
There are a lot.
That's 1 year that we have ahead. Brie.
I know.
Like,
I'm crazy enough to make these things happen. I have to make them happen. The swearing is going to be tough.
yeah, swearing is gonna be tough. Yeah.
Swearing is going to be tough. But
Anyways,
you guys, Christmas already passed.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
And
What?
tell us, what are your New Year's Eve resolutions? What are you guys trying to get better at this coming new year?
Leave them in the comments. Let us know what your New Year's resolutions are. And also, if you had a favorite moment of Bible stories that wasn't included, put it in the comments because I want to see them. Like this is really fun reviewing all of the archives of Bible stories. It's hilarious, and I can't wait till we get to year 2. Anyways, guys, cheers! Thank you for sticking around with us. Anyone who's here today is here at the beginning. So this is to us. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.